Yes, lads, joebiline here, and today I wanted to talk about starting 11 and team overall 11. Now, I know a lot of you have probably really understood this already, or spoke to you on Twitter or in comments, but there's still a lot of people asking, and some people still not totally sure, so I thought I'd do a video today just to explain it already, just so there's a place to refer to should you be a new subscriber here, or maybe you're not a subscriber yet and maybe there's time to click that subscribe button, and also leave a like if you enjoy my videos on this one specifically. Hopefully it'll help you out, maybe it'll cover something you already knew, didn't know, maybe it's not that useful to you, but I do still get the questions and I feel it's something worth doing a video on, because we've done quite a few videos recently just about the new update and what matters now, like the defense video, the difficulty video and all that good stuff. So I just thought I'd cover a video because some people asked, so do leave a like, subscribe if you're new here, and let me know what else you want to see on my channel. We've obviously always got content coming out left, right and centre, and thank you for all the support. But yeah, starting 11 overall, team overall. So obviously now since the update, they've updated it, so you can actually see your team 11 update from here. So when you don't have any tactics selected, it shows you your team overall in the top left. Obviously your attack, your midfield, your defence. The blue side, the blue flags, is for your team overall. Essentially, team overall means nothing. Team overall is the overall that you see on the attack mode screens. It's the overall you see in League v League. It's the overall you see everywhere until you enter a game. Once you enter the game with somebody, the overall that you'll then see is the first 11 screen. So here now, when I select this, so 541 basic, my overall for 541 is at 100 overall, and that's the overall that matters in game. So that decides your counters, that decides your chances. That basically determines everything that will happen during the game, apart from difficulty, which is done by individual overalls for each individual player. Go check out my difficulty explain video for more information on that. But essentially in a nutshell, each player's individual rating is what determines the difficulty level they'll play at. 95 rated and above, that's their boosted overall. So for example, Coleman's normal card is a 93. Because of my boost, he's now a 97, so that means he'll play at a world-class difficulty. 90 to 94 would play at professional. Why this always happens every so often. Start recording, WhatsApp goes crazy, I'll blur it all out because I think there's some stuff that I might need to keep private. Either way, anyway. So yeah, that's that defense. We'll jump back, talk about starting 11. So the overall you guys need to focus on really is your starting 11 overall. Now you're thinking then, well, should I just put game changers and booster cards in every position that I don't use? And yes, you could very much well do that. A lot of my players now, I'm in a position where even my high rated players do give boosts. But for example, like that cam there, I could put actually I already use a Modric, so I couldn't, but I could use like my plus fans or this game changer here, because he's going to boost players that aren't boosting already. So I can do that. Now, one thing you do have to bear in mind, it's all good, like you may want to do it so you have your starting 11 only, and then every other position that you don't use is a game changer or a booster. However, I wouldn't recommend doing that totally, because I think the best thing to do due to counters is to have a number of formations you're comfortable with. For example, I feel comfortable using any of the 5-back formations. That's my go-to, just because then when I'm playing, if I get attacked, 5 at the back formations are the best formations to have for when you're not playing. So if you do prefer a 4-back or a 3-back formation to attack with, as soon as you finish playing games, I would recommend switching straight back, so going into your team and making a 5 at the back active, because then when you get attacked on, it's going to be harder because there's 5 defenders defending for you as opposed to 3 or 4. So when you're not playing, have a 5-back formation set, because, or if you're like me and you don't always have time to do that, I've just got myself accustomed to using 5 at the back formations. I do quite not mind using any formation, but 5 at the back is where I feel most comfortable. Normally 5-4-1 basic, or 5-2-2-1 basic. TM and fullback rush I love as well. They just counted a lot. But get yourself accustomed to be able to use numerous formations, maybe 2 or 3 formations, and then have players covering them positions and fill the rest out with game changers. So maybe your left forward, your right forward, your centre forward. Maybe you never use formations that use them, so get yourself some booster game changer cards in them positions. Midfield, say you never use one with a central midfield. In the centre slot, get someone in there. Your outside cams, unless you're using 4-2-3-1 narrow, maybe they're going to wait, so you just have 2 boosters there. Just depends. Your 2 CDMs as well. How often do you use 3-5-2 or 4-2-3-1? It just depends. Obviously, if you the main advantage of having high players in every position is just because it looks cool. It's like, it's a bit showy offy really, I guess, and it's one of the ones that I like to try and have the best cards I can, so I'll always try and put it, just because I like striving to have the highest possible rating that I can. But it would possibly do me better if I did throw players in a few of my positions, which I didn't ever use, like I say, the 2 out wide CDMs, the 2 cams, the left forward, the right forward, the centre forward. But then it's worthwhile having them there. Say you have to suddenly use a formation that you're not comfortable with. It's all swings and roundabouts really. What do you want more? There are a lot of people now who do go for the advantage of just having a starting 11. Let me look here if I can find an example. I believe this may be an example here when I was looking earlier. So he has more or less boosted out where he can, like, he never uses, this guy clearly, if you're looking, never uses a striker, a 1 strike formation, because he's got Friday in there. In midfield, actually, he's got quite a few in here. Obviously, he always uses 5 back or 3 back, because his left back and right back are game changers. Where's another good example here? 84 overall this guy is, but apart from the players he uses, they're all game changers, more or less. Like, from what I'm looking at here, he's got 2 strikers. The Royce will be there because he boosts. In midfield here, he's got Rodriguez here, Douglas Costa, Sabello, Vidal and Mata, Perlo. And then at the back, he's using 5 back. So this guy's probably using 5-2-1-2. Yeah, I'd say this guy is probably definitely using 5-2-1-2. Because he's got his 2 centre mids that he's using. I guess the left mid he couldn't afford Sterling maybe, and then everywhere, and maybe he couldn't afford, because obviously the left forward, the right forward, the centre forward are new ones and they're quite expensive. But this guy's literally stacked his team out as best he can with the most game changer possible to have that starting 11 as high as possible. Because the higher you start in 11, the more it's going to mean that you're going to have more great chances depending on who you play against, or have less counters depending on the team you come up against. And yeah, it's going to mean your players are going to be better that you are using, because they're going to be higher rated, so you get better difficulty on your players when you're defending. You're able to get less counters against higher rated teams, and you're able to get more greater chances and counters for you against the lower rated teams. So it is that trade-off. Do you want to be safe and comfortable to go to any position, or do you just want to boost a few? So the best thing to do I'd recommend for most people who aren't in maybe a position like I am, is to have 2 or 3 formations, have the players you need in them formations, then fill the rest of them out with game changers or booster players to boost the players that you do use. Because it's all, the only thing that matters is you start an 11. Team 11, team overall should I say, is just for pride really. And does pride really matter out of a number? It doesn't get you anywhere. I think it looks, I just like seeing it 100 there, to be honest. I just like collecting things like that and getting it as high as I can, even though we know obviously there are players that are lower rated that are better. It's just something I like to collect. And yeah, but no, it's starting 11 that matters. So I hope that clears a lot of it up for you if you wasn't sure. If you do have any other further questions, do leave them in the comment section, or come follow me on Twitter at joebilineHD. I'm here all week. I upload every single day FIFA Mobile videos. So let me know what else you want to see. Maybe I haven't covered yet. I think that's more or less most of the new update covered now. Obviously files need fixing. There are things that aren't perfect about this update, but I think it has been a good update. Counters are having too many, so that's why it's important to get as high a start 11 rating as possible, just to minimise them counters. There are some cheap, high rated players now, especially with all the new cards coming out. So do leave a like if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you're new here, come follow me on Twitter at joebilineHD, and I'll see you all later.